Peter is a shy, bullied 8-year-old boy living with his overbearing and emotionally distant parents, Carol and Mark. However, he earns sympathy from his substitute teacher, Miss Devine. Peter wishes to go trick-or-treating on Halloween night, but his parents forbid him due to the disappearance of a young girl in the neighborhood several years ago. Later that night, Peter is woken up by the sound of tapping from the inside of a wall in his bedroom. His parents deny these occurrences, insisting that he is imagining them. Over the next few days, Peter talks with a voice coming from the wall. The voice claims that she was trapped in the walls by Peter's parents and calls them evil. Miss Devine becomes concerned after seeing a picture Peter drew of himself scared in bed with the words "help me," and Carol admonishes Peter for bringing his delusions to his teacher. At school, Brian, a bully, destroys Peter's prize pumpkin. Spurred by the voice's advice, Peter pushes Brian down the stairs, breaking his leg. After learning he has been expelled, Peter's parents lock him in the basement, where he discovers a pit covered with a grate. Miss Devine checks up on Peter, but is intimidated and chased away by Mark, who has a gash on his arm. Later, after Peter is released from the basement, the voice explains that she is Peter's older sister Sarah, whom their parents locked away after deciding they didn't want her anymore. Carol and Mark had chosen Halloween as the day to imprison her, and the girl, who went missing years ago, had been a trick-or-treater they murdered after she attempted to help Sarah. She tells Peter to go and see what their parents buried in the garden, and he uncovers the skull of the young girl there. She convinces Peter that their parents are planning to kill her and will imprison him in the walls next. His only chance to avoid sharing her fate is to kill them, which he does by slipping rat poison into their food and cutting the phone line so they can't call an ambulance. Both parents try to stop him, but are unsuccessful, with Mark succumbing to the poison and Carol accidentally stabbing herself with a kitchen knife after Peter kicks her down the stairs. Right before Carol dies, she warns him don't let her out. Peter unlocks a hidden door behind the grandfather clock in their parents' bedroom. Sarah finally crawls out, revealing herself to be a grotesque, disfigured being. After capturing her brother, Sarah explains that she was born severely deformed, causing her to look like a monster. Terrified by her appearance, their parents locked her away and she was forced to live a wretched, feral existence in the dark. She reveals that she has been manipulating Peter into taking revenge on their parents for locking her away. Ever since he was born, Sarah has resented Peter for being able to live the normal life she had been denied and wants him dead. Before she can kill him, however, Brian and his cousins show up, planning to take revenge on Peter. But after invading the house, they are all killed by Sarah. Miss Devine arrives and attempts to help Peter escape, but Sarah attacks her and recaptures Peter. As Sarah prepares to finish the duo, Peter manages to subdue Sarah by grabbing her long hair, and they once again imprison the girl in her pit. She vows that she will eventually escape, and will always haunt him.